Yesterday we had a topic. Somebody asked about. Somebody asked just about psychic cord cutting, and the whole session went on that. So that's how satsangs are based on. It's a very spontaneous subject. Clarity sessions, we don't plan anything. I was reading this book. It's one of my favorite Gospel of Ramakrishna, and I was trying to think how to make this presentable. ये कैसे करे सोच रहा था. Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. I was hesitating many times, but hesitating because it's too extreme. Ramakrishna is very extreme. He is ruthless when it comes to God. So he is like a mad bull. Target मिल गया तो just behind it, like uh, divinely mad and ecstatic kind of a person. All masters are so different. सभी अलग अलग प्रकार के हैं. तो रामकृष्ण एक अलग प्रकार की है. So he is very ruthless. He doesn't care about anything other than God. So that is why I was hesitating many weeks and months. Because when I read it, I'll say, are we even ready for this kind of stuff? It's just mad behind God. So it might not appeal to everybody, but few of you. Somebody asked him, who is really bad, man or woman? And the master says, Ramakrishna says, as there are women endowed with spiritual knowledge, so also there are women who are ignorant. कौन बुरे है, आदमी या औरत? तो रामकृष्ण जी कह रहे हैं कि दो प्रकार की औरत हैं. एक जिनको अध्यात्म ज्ञान है और जिनको अज्ञानता है, अध्यात्म ज्ञान नहीं. A woman endowed with knowledge leads a man to God, but a woman who's the embodiment of delusion makes him forget God and drowns him in the ocean of worldliness. तो एक औरत वो जिसको अध्यात्म ज्ञान अच्छी तरह है, तो वो मैन को, पति को, या हुअर मैन इज देयर, नर को परमात्मा तक पहुंचाते हैं अपने बलबूते पे, क्योंकि उनका वो स्ट्रांग है वाइब्रेशन. और दूसरा जिसमें अज्ञानता है वो उल्टा करती है, वो परमात्मा से उसको विमुख करती है, नर को, और दुनियादारी में. तो शी, द वन वुमन इज one with spiritual knowledge will lead him to God, and the other woman is the opposite, who's ignorant, will simply pull that man into worldliness. So this is Ramakrishna. The universe is created by Mahamaya of God. Mahamaya contains both Vidya Maya, illusion of knowledge, and Avidya Maya, illusion of ignorance. तो ब्रह्मांड पूरा जो है किसने बनाया है, रचयिता कौन है? महामाया. अब महामाया कौन है? महामाया में दोनों भी है. महामाया कंटेन्स बोथ विद्या माया एंड अविद्या माया. इट हैज बोथ दिस. अविद्या माया भी है, विद्या माया भी है, दोनों को मिला के महामाया हुआ, विद्या और अविद्या माया. विद्या माया यानी कि देखो, विद्या का माया, विद्या मीन्स नॉलेज, माया मीन्स इल्यूजन, द इल्यूजन ऑफ नॉलेज. अविद्या माया, अविद्या मीन्स इग्नोरेंस, अज्ञानता, उसका भी माया, अज्ञानता का भी माया है और ज्ञान का भी माया है, दोनों मिला के महामाया. वाह. थ्रू द हेल्प ऑफ विद्या माया one cultivates such virtues as the taste for holy company, knowledge, devotion, love, renunciation. तो विद्या माया के मदद से व्यक्ति अच्छे गुण को प्राप्त होता है, जैसे, या अच्छे गुण को पालता है. जैसे टेस्ट फॉर होली कंपनी, सत्संग, दिव्य भव्य लोगों के सत्संग साथ, नॉलेज, ज्ञान, डिवोशन, भक्ति, लव, प्रेम, और रिनंसिएशन, वैराग्य, ये सब कल्टीवेट होता है, विद्या माया का पावर है। अविद्या माया consists of five elements and the objects of senses: form, flavor, smell, touch, sound. These make one forget God. तो अविद्या माया का प्रभाव क्या है? इंद्रियों को पुष्ट करता हो, five senses it illumines and thus makes you forget God. So what are we understanding here? Two forces: the force of knowledge and the force of ignorance. Force of knowledge leads you to God by developing virtues like seeking company of holy beings, seeking knowledge, devotion, love, and dispassion. Anywhere again. And avidya का प्रभाव क्या है? इन सब का opposite. What is opposite? It influences the panchindriyas, the five senses. Means, where are the five senses? In the mind. So the more you nourish the mind, indirectly you're nourishing the five senses. And when the five senses are nourished, you are taken away from God, says Ramakrishna. Because what is the function of the five senses? क्या होता है? देखना, आंख खोल दिया, देखना शुरू हो गया, you will fall in illusion. You will forget God. God is when you close your eyes. Internal. God is going beyond the two eyes. Third eye. With your eyes open also, if the third eye is open and you're seeing from here, means you're aware. अगर awareness है, तो you can see even being in the world and still seeing, you're above it. We have practiced it, right? When you are in a sense of awareness, these two eyes might be open, but it will not affect you. So that is inward eye. That is eye of Shiva, third eye. So when that is there, it leads you to God. When two eyes come, it leads you to the world. That is why Jesus said, when both the eyes shall be single, that is when you shall see the one. You shall see God only when you single. Single yani ki he is talking about the third eye, not two eyes. Two eyes will keep you in the world, away from God. So that's a good understanding. What we understand, Mahamaya क्या है, विद्या का माया और अविद्या का माया. देखो, विद्या भी माया ही है. What we are talking about, vidya means, knowledge means भौतिक ज्ञान. विद्या में भी दो प्रकार के हैं. Two types of vidya in Shiva Sutras we have learned, right? Shuddha vidya, Ashuddha vidya. Ashuddha vidya is the knowledge that educates your mind and senses and ego, intellect. It educates the intellect, mind, ego, antakarana. These three things it will facilitate. And the more these things becomes stronger, you will hold a lot of knowledge, the knowledge which needs the five senses. Knowledge acquired by the five senses. That is known as Ashuddha Vidya. Knowledge acquired by the inner eye, third eye, Gyan, Jnana Chakshu. Chakshu means eyes. Jnana Chakshu is this. Knowledge acquired by the Gyan Chakshu, the Jnana, that is known as Shuddha Vidya, because that Vidya talks to you or conveys to you only the knowledge of the self. सिर्फ आत्मज्ञान होता है when we talk about Shuddha Vidya. So we have also learned that Ashuddha Vidya means anything other than Shuddha Vidya. Shuddha Vidya is only the self. It doesn't talk about anything else. अन्य की बात नहीं, अनन्य, self, only आत्मज्ञान. Anything other than the self is known as Ashuddha Vidya. Anything, it might be any divine concepts, becomes Ashuddha. You can even talk about Loka, Parloka, Devi, Devatas, and all that. It comes under Ashuddha Vidya because it takes you away from the self. Because self is real, we have understood. Oh, sorry, I am in that deep contemplation mode. Uh, okay, I thought I'm talking to that crowd. Okay, maybe I've not heard this before, but Ashuddha Vidya means that anything other than the self, where you have all these concepts. So you talk about Shastras. If that Shastra is giving you a direct experience of the self, it is Shuddha Vidya. If that Shastra is taking you away from the self, it is Ashuddha Vidya. Even Shastra. You can read a Purana and be stuck in all the stories. Is it giving you an introduction of the self? No, then it's not Shuddha Vidya. So, Vidya, what we are talking here, the illusion of Vidya, that illusion, what he is talking here, that illusion is about Ashuddha Vidya. Any knowledge. So, that is the power of Mahamaya. She has knowledge as well as ignorance. Both are there. So, these are two directions again. Very simple. Ashuddha Vidya is your Shrishti Chakra. It goes downwards. Creation. Your desires and creation. You keep on creating the world. World is opposite to God. You move towards the world, you are moving away from God. That's what Ramakrishna is explaining. And that is avidya. When you have avidya only, you can move towards the world. Means when you have ignorance. What is ignorance? I do not know who I am. मैं कौन हूं मैं जानता ही नहीं हूं. क्यों नहीं जानता? क्योंकि मैं अपने आप को कुछ और समझ के बैठा हूं. I do not know myself because I have considered myself something. Who? I am a papa. I am a mama. I am a hubby. I am a wifey. I'm the boss. I am the employee. I'm big, I'm small, I'm rich, I'm poor. I'm an Indian. I'm an American. I'm a boy. I'm a girl. I'm thin. I'm fat. I'm good. I'm bad. All these, whatever identities we are holding, is known as ignorance. I'm none of these. So, this false understanding keeps me stuck in avidya, and thus I am away from God. When I try to realize who am I, who I really am, then I'm moving towards God. That is Vidya. So that two aspects, you can see two direction of Mahamaya. One direction down, one direction upward. Vidya takes you upward, though it is illusion. It comes under illusion only. Even the Gyan, right? We are talking right now, Vidya, knowledge. This knowledge is taking us upward, leading us to God. But still it comes under illusion because it is the illusion of creation. Because you created something, in that creation package, there is destruction also. You created something. Because you created, you have to destroy it. Isn't it? That destruction is called as ulta. Zero bhava nature. One towards the world, one towards God. Going towards the world and coming towards God, all are under illusion only. Usle maya maya, mahamaya. Because it is just a film. Projection. Projector on करो, कहानी शुरू, फिल्म शुरू. माया है. अविद्या का माया शुरू. इग्नोरेंस वाला शुरू हो गया खेल. नाउ इग्नोरेंस है, you have to shut down the projector. So you shut off the film. तो यू से फिल्म इज बीइंग डिस्ट्रॉयड। जब फिल्म का क्रिएशन ही माया है तो सवाल ही पैदा नहीं होता डिस्ट्रक्शन का। It's all in the play of illusion, right? So why the reason you have to destroy? Because you created, and you say creation only is illusion, then destruction also is illusion. One illusion was created, another illusion was made to destroy that illusion. That is Mahamaya. That is why विद्या विद्या कुछ भी पकड़ो माया के अंदर ही आता है. It is just a play. So here he is talking about women straight. He is talking about the main role of woman. I told you, no, Ramakrishna is very extreme. He will not talk our language. He'll simply go towards ignorance only because he doesn't want anything other than God. He's mad behind that. So he'll only talk that. Anything that comes in his way, he doesn't give importance to it. Means there is no third party between him and God. He can convert anything and everything just to God. That is the power of Ramakrishna. He converted his wife to his mother, his wife also, because that wife means what? See, here only is saying that two things a wife can do, woman can do: lead her man towards divinity, or lead her, distract her away from divinity, and take her towards the world, like the Adam and Eve story. Who tempted Adam? Eve. Eve gets tempted. God says, don't eat that fruit. And the snake comes and gives whom? Not Adam, Eve. That is why women come under Maya. Feminine nature is known as Chanchala nature. Masculine is known as Nischala. That is why Shiva is Nischala. Still, Shakti is Chanchala. Shakti is feminine. The cause of this whole creation is woman. Not as a blame. The whole thing, Shakti created this world. You look closely at women, don't they create? They are the ones who produce. They are the ones who multiply. They are known for creation, aided by masculine. But the force, it's a powerful force. Feminine is a very powerful force. Shakti, it can create, it can destroy. Shakti only creates, Shakti maintains, Shakti destroys. Imagine how powerful woman is. You look at women in life. I have always have adoration towards this femininity right from the motherhood. If you see the whole structure of women in our society or in the world, they are treated as weak. They are treated as weaklings, or because it's a very man dominated kind of a world. But if you actually look very deep, women are the most powerful beings. I don't think a man can have the capacity what a woman has when it comes to tolerance, when it comes to sustenance, maintenance. You can look deeply at it. Man is very weak there. Though in today's world, it is shown that man is very powerful. Man is only powerful by muscles. Energy wise, if you see, women are very, very powerful. Look in a house, who maintains a whole house? नर की बस की बात नहीं है. Man cannot do that. A woman has the power to give birth even before giving birth, also still handle the family, handle her husband, handle her other children, handle the family, handle the household things. Even after birth, she has the capacity to do that. A man will get exhausted very fast. That is the force. That's why she's known as Shakti. And her power to love, or her power to procreate, her power to look after, her power of unconditionality is unmatchable with man. So to create, be it in creation, be it in maintaining sustenance, or be it in destruction, and she gets a real wild, she can destroy. So women is a driving force in this whole creation. That's how I look at things, femininity. You look at the whole nature, femininity is all around. The masculineness in this feminine world is actually resting in femininity. A woman can take care of her children, nourish, protect, care for without taking care of herself. I've seen this practically so many places, so many times in my life. A woman can overlook her uncomfortability, her inconveniences, and love, especially a mother. A mother's love and attention, the way she looks at her own creation, is unmatchable in the universe. Man can never do that. Man can aid in production. Man will support. Man will do everything. Man is a good support. Man provides support. Man is a foundation. But actual work is done Shakti, and nobody can match that. So when it comes to her deep love, be it towards her children or even towards her husband, towards her parents, is unmatchable again compared to masculine. These are my views. You may disagree, but I've seen this very, very strong, unmatchable. But maybe the modern generation has got corrupt all ये कंपटीशन के चक्कर में. हम किसी से कम नहीं है, कंधे से कंधा मिलाएंगे. अरे कंधा नहीं मिला सकते हो यार, काय को कंपटीशन करते हैं. A female is a female. She has a different prakriti. Male is male, a different prakriti. दोनों अलग अलग प्रकृति है. दोनों both have their own attributes, both have their own qualities. But in today's world, a woman wants to be a man. Many times man becomes a woman. So that's what's destroyed femininity, and the outcomes can be seen. But in reality, if you see, the creation is in that manner. So because women have this power to create, sustain, and destroy, that is why Ramakrishna is saying there are two types of women. One, the Vidya one, who has spiritual knowledge, who's awakened, illumined. That's a powerful force. The other is the ignorant one, again a powerful force. Two forces. The first one leads the man towards God. The second one leads away from God. See, just following Ramakrishna also, if females follow Ramakrishna, they can just become divinely. That's how Ma Sharada became his own wife, Mother Sharada. She followed on his steps. That's the whole thing about Kali, what he's talking, the motherly, the look that he had towards the motherly affection. He couldn't sustain any other emotion other than that child mother relationship. That's how he became a child to his own wife. The wife or the feminine is actually a mother only, even to the husband. If you look very deeply, a man rests finally there only, finds solace. After the mother, the next mother solace that a man can find. See, when I say mother, I'm not talking about Ramakrishna's. I'm the way he's projecting. I'm saying where man finds affection, support, kindness, compassion, like he had found earlier in the mother. That kind. So this kind of spirituality is completely different. Ramakrishna's spirituality is totally different. So I was always kind of thinking, how do you even project these things? So if you go on reading these things, he is in a different world. If you are in awareness, you will get teleported to Ramakrishna's world. It's a different kind of a world altogether. It's a crazy, divinely crazy, ecstatic kind of a world. I told you right when those were the days. इतना time था yes यही पढ़ता था मैं शाम को आके hours together and I used to have great experiences. Just technical. Tirobhava comes first and the other three krityas happen. It is not first or second. These five qualities explode as one only. Creation begins means see you cannot say does Brahma come first or Vishnu come second or Shiva comes third. It's not a sequential kind of a thing. They all come together. All these departments come together at same time. They have to function at the same time. So every uh, kritya is the root. When it's like saying, see, Brahma Tattva and Rudra Tattva, let's say, creation and destruction, the first kritya and the third kritya. Can you see, can you tell that the first one comes out and the second and the third? No. The moment you are born, death begins there. The moment you are born, from that same moment, death is lurking on your head like a sword. हम्म, वो बाद में नहीं आता. Death is born with birth only. So all these natures, creation, sustenance, and destruction, and the Tirobhava and Anugraha Shakti, these are all simultaneous force. That is the five heads of Shiva. You cannot say Shiva first head came, that the second head. They all are one projection at the same time. So Anugraha Shakti also, which is the fifth, also is the beginning only. Because without grace, nothing even begins. The force of that grace. Like for example, when we say Shakti, we cannot say Ichha Shakti came first, then Kriya Shakti came first, then Jnana Shakti came first. No, all are in the root. When a Ichha is Panabrai, when it's birthing, a desire is birthing, can you see movement? That is Kriya Shakti. It is there together only. That's together. And even Jnana Shakti is there because Jnana is the knowledge of what is to be created. क्या create करना है? So it knows, it's cosmic intelligence. It knows what it's going to create. So all three are one time, Ichha Kriya and Jnana Shakti. They cannot be in sequence. I not a question exactly, but sharing. So recently this happened while sleeping when I was tired, particularly that I had a dream. I was aware that it was a dream and I was reacting to the dream, but I was also watching myself react. Even though I was seeing myself there, I kept reacting to the dream. Yeah, that's how it happens. Actually, you have to be playing. Whenever somebody says, I'm looking at the dream and I'm just a drishta there. Drishta looking at whom? Myself, right? I'm in the dream. So when you're in the dream, you are likely to experience that also. The play also. At the same time, your awareness also. Forget the dream. Light now, if you become aware. You're doing a work and simultaneously you're aware. So while doing a work, if you're aware, are you not working also? You know you're working also, but you know you're aware that you're working also. Both the things are there. So that's how it happens. And if that happened, good. That is how awareness should lead you to these kind of experiences. So I've tried to figure it out how to do this because it's a huge book also. It cannot be explained. When my habit is to stop and explain. Like one paragraph I read, half an hour I talked about it. So if I go in that manner, it will take 1 year to finish this book. It's a huge book. And the Shishya again asks, if the power of hmm, if the power of avidya is the cause of ignorance, then why God created it? Ramakrishna says that is his play. अगर अविद्या का इतना शक्ति है और अविद्या के कारण से अविद्या की वजह से ही अज्ञानता है तो फिर भगवान ने क्रिएट ही क्यों किया ये सब चीजें बनाए क्यों अविद्या क्यों बनाया विद्या क्यों बनाया ये क्यों बनाया तो वो कह रहा है कि इट्स प्ले उसी को लीला कहते हैं द होल प्ले द ग्लोरी ऑफ लाइट कैनॉट बी अप्रिशिएटेड विदाउट डार्कनेस तो बिना अंधकार के प्रकाश को अनुभव किया नहीं जा सकता प्रकाश की अनुभूति इसलिए हो रही है क्योंकि आपको पता है कि अंधकार क्या है अगर पता ही नहीं होता तो अंधकार क्या है इफ यू डिड नॉट नो व्हाट इज डार्कनेस हाउ वुड वी इवन एंजॉय light because you're not aware that this is light only because you have a night when the morning comes you can say oh the morning is come because you saw the night dual these are all dual so he is talking on the term of vidya and avidya it cannot be one just vidya we wouldn't know what is vidya until there is avidya how will you know what is vidya how will you appreciate vidya until you are not aware of avidya until you are not ignorant how can you be wise simple like that happiness cannot be understood without misery same thing दुख के बिना सुख के बिना दुख के बिना सुख नहीं सुख के बिना दुख नहीं you cannot understand what is pain until you are having pleasure suppose you always had pain that's your nature you wouldn't know this is pain you take that as a normal way of life in pain because you have pleasure you know oh there is pain opposites and you don't want to be in pain you seeing that did you join just now because sometimes I'm confused whether you got disconnected and inside. If you're coming late, don't come late, okay? I don't allow people. And people who can stay till the end only come for these sessions because this is not a theater. जाए आके बैठे महफिल सजाया सीटें बजाए और निकल गए बोर आ गया आहा करके निकल गए only if you can sit in full satsangs you are welcome otherwise you can avoid that day so happiness cannot be understood without misery knowledge of good is possible because of knowledge of evil so duality that is why we precisely enjoy this thing called Leela ये जो गेम हम बोलते हैं play this becomes more enchanting only because of duality you take any one thing in this world you will get fed up like काका पुशंती When Alexander came to India, he wanted immortality. He was so greedy for immortality. That was only one thing that he wanted. भूत सवार था उनके सर पे. Immortal, immortal, immortal. हमारे भी कुछ लोगों के बीच में भूत सवार है इमॉर्टलिटी का. बहुत सारे सीकर्स इमॉर्टलिटी के चक्कर में ही क्या क्या करते रहते हैं. They do yoga, they do this kriyas, this meditation, that meditation. कहीं उनको लगता है कि ना शरीर बढ़ाते जाएंगे वो लोग, उम्र बढ़ती जाएगी और ज्यादा दिन जिएंगे. क्या उखाड़ लेंगे ज्यादा दिन जी के. समझे नहीं. दे हैव नॉट अंडरस्टूड लाइफ very clear. They have not understood what is immortality. Immortality can be a very greedy word. The word immortal can bring so much of wrong ideas into the head. Who doesn't want to be immortal? Tell. एक एडवर्टाइजमेंट लगा दो, वी आर डूइंग समथिंग फॉर इमॉर्टलिटी. भीड़ पूरा जमा हो जाएगा उधर. बिकॉज इमॉर्टलिटी पहले ग्रीड आता है. दे विल नॉट थिंक अबाउट गॉड वॉट, वो सब कुछ नहीं है उसके अंदर. सी दिस वर्ड, डज इट गिव यू आइडिया ऑफ गॉड, अबाउट सेल्फ? सच्ची बोलो. Does the word immortality bring you some feeling about the self? Actually, immortality means self. It is very misguiding. उसका फायदा भी उठाते हैं मिसगाइडिंग का. बिकॉज लालच से ही लोग आते हैं ना. डोंट फॉल फॉर ऑल दिस थिंग्स. इमॉर्टलिटी इमॉर्टलिटी, देर इज नथिंग कॉल्ड बॉडी इमॉर्टलिटी. ये सब फुलिशनेस है, सफरिंग है. इमॉर्टलिटी सिंपली मीन्स नोइंग हु एम आई. आई एम इमॉर्टल. मैं कभी मरता नहीं हूं, मैं जन्मा हूं. I, the soul, Atman, my nature is I never die. I am never born. Because I am not born, there is no death. What are we learning about avidya? Creation, destruction. Both are avidya. One is there, the other will come. When both are not there, that is pure vidya. Janam bhi nahi, mrityu bhi nahi. That is real. That is immortal. Immortal क्यों शाश्वत है, everlasting है. No beginning, no end. It always was, is and will be. इसको immortality कहते हैं. लोगों के दिमाग में घुसा नहीं अभी तक. लोगों को लगता है इमॉर्टल यानी कि थोड़ा डोले शोले कर दो, ये व्रिंकल फ्री हो जाएगा. बाल जो पक रहे हो थोड़ा शायद काला हो जाए, बाल जो गिर रहे हैं शायद वो भी बच जाए थोड़ा, बॉडी थोड़ा स्लिम ट्रिम हो जाए, एंड मे बी आई लुक 10 years 20 years यंगर. बुलशिट. दैट्स नॉट इमॉर्टलिटी. तो पीपल आर, ये सब ग्लैमरस फैंसी टर्म्स है, सब लोग इसी के लिए करते हैं. वो जो खप फुफ पफ फुफ करते रहते हैं इमॉर्टलिटी नाम के, ये भगवान को प्राप्त कर रहे हैं. आर दीज पीपल एक्चुअली ट्राइंग टू रियलाइज द सेल्फ? नो, आई एम इमॉर्टल. नहीं. दे आर ट्राइंग टू प्रोलॉन्ग देयर रॉटिंग बॉडी. वो सड़ते ही जाएगा, कितना भी उसको इमॉर्टल बनाओ, हाथ नहीं आएगा किसी का भी, कितना भी कोशिश करो. बिकॉज जो जन्मा है असत्य, उसका मृत्यु भी निश्चित है. जो जन्मता है वो मरता भी. ये दोनों खेल में ही आता है माया में. तो इस माया को कैसे पकड़ के आप इमॉर्टल करोगे? थोड़ा तो विवेक जागृत करो. व्हेन व्हेन वी लुक एट थिंग्स फ्रॉम दिस, ये अंध भक्ति बंद होके यू स्टार्ट योर रियल भक्ति, पराभक्ति. ये ऑल दिस ट्रुथ विल सिंपली कम फोर्थ. तो उसके बाद जो भी हम करेंगे, वट एवर वी डू, वी विल डू इट विथ अवेयरनेस, सोच समझ के, होश में. बेहोशी में कुछ भी करते रहते लोग. They think something, they have some idea, they'll be doing something, and end में हताश. हम immortal तो नहीं हुए. When is immortality going to come? Keep doing. It will just come one day. You will become immortal. Foolishness. To know immortality, you have to first give up this idea of the body. Until you are sure that this body is mortal, you cannot know immortality. ये बॉडी को इमॉर्टल बनाने को बैठे. क्या कर लेंगे वो 10 साल एक्स्ट्रा जी के? तो immortality what we are talking about, that's Mahamrityunjay. Anyways, so this guy Alexander also was crazy for this kind of immortality only, and that is why you are searching gurus. In today's world also people go to gurus because of this only. Immortal बना दो हमको. Do a few jumps, you will become immortal, and keep jumping. Alexander did his best to get a good guru, and he found it. A person who was known to be immortal, a self-realized being, a liberated being in Avadhuta is immortal because that being has known that he is immortal. वो उस स्थिति में पहुंच गए, उसको इमॉर्टल कहते हैं. उसका शरीर नहीं, शरीर तो सड़ जाएगा. उसको जिसको बोध हुआ मैं मरता नहीं हूं, वो इमॉर्टल, अमर. तो ऐसे गुरु की खोज में अलेक्जेंडर जब पहुंचते हैं, वो मिलता है उनको. बट ही इज अनेबल टू कन्विंस दिस गुरु बिकॉज ही थिंक्स he has lot of money, he has lot of power, so he can buy a guru. बट वो उसके चुंगल में नहीं आते. Because no real gurus fall for these kind of tricks. I have seen most of the people try to buy gurus because they have so much of power. They even dominate the gurus. वहां तक चलती है इन्फ्लुएंस. Many come to influence the gurus, चुंगल में फंसाने को. Guru is very wise. They know. वो रेत जैसा खिसक जाते हैं. Not know also. Many think they gurus are their entitlement. अगर हम गुरु बना लिए, हम शिष्य बन गए, तो आई एम एंटाइटल्ड टू गेट मोक्षा, आई एम एंटाइटल्ड टू गेट कृपा. सो द एटीट्यूड इज यू बेटर गिव कृपा नाउ. मुझे बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे फांसने को आए इस चीज में. गुरु बना, दैट्स व्हाई आई कीप ऑन टेलिंग, ये सब अपने को नहीं चाहिए. फार अवे फ्रॉम इट, यू ऑल्सो स्टे अवे फ्रॉम ऑल दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स. ये सब वेरी कंडीशनल है, वेरी डिमीनिंग है. एनीबडी इज अप्रोचिंग समबडी फॉर समथिंग, उसका कुछ वेस्टेड इंटरेस्ट है, उसका फायदा देखता है वो. मैंने आज तक एक शिष्य को नहीं देखा गुरु के फायदे के लिए हो जाता है. ये सब ढिंडोरे पीटते हैं ना, सो मच ऑफ we love our guru. Nobody loves their guru, they love only themselves. They go to the guru because they are mean, they want something from there, but they will not tell it. झूठ मूठ का दिखावा करके, ढोंग बता के, they will simply try to snatch and eat that guru only. They don't care if the guru exists or not. I've seen all these things. Who cares whether the guru is healthy, not healthy? उनको परेशानी हो रही है, नहीं हो रही है, मेरी वजह से दिक्कत हो रही है, नहीं. I know this is a little deviating, but I have to say this. I've seen when the guru might not be happy, healthy, not happy, healthy नहीं है. Illness because the body है ना, body तो ill हो गई. I've seen at that time also people don't give him peace. अरे ये कैसी गुरु भक्ति है? I had told, no, guru is resting. Please don't. 2 minutes, just 2 minutes. The guru is sometimes compassionate. He will say, okay, fine. A big price to pay. Influence, influence, बहुत पैसा है. So they think they can do anything. And they try to do that. And then force the guru. ऐसे ऐसे चाहिए, वो चाहिए, वो चाहिए. अरे look at him at least. You're not looking. वो ये कौन सी भक्ति है? That you're not concerned about anybody. जिए मरे कुछ भी हो जाए, अपना काम बन जाए, और फिर उसको गुरु भक्ति के ढोंग से. छे. And they want to convince somehow. They said 2 minutes. Huh? किसके लिए? गुरु दर्शन. और वो क्या हो रहा है वहां पे? धंधा. हु केयर्स ना. और वहां जाके मनवा लिए, वो 2 मिनट के अंदर मनवा भी लिए उसके. दिस इज ऑल नॉट गुरु भक्ति. Most of the people, most almost everyone who goes to a guru, goes because they are sick, they are tired, they need something, they need liberation, they need mukti from their problems. And I'm telling you, nobody cares. They're ready to just take their baggage of karma and put it into the laps or feet of guru and relax. They'll do that. I have seen so many avdutas, Achar Baba and all this. So many avdutas. I've been at least 11, 12 of them. सबके पास मैंने देखा है. People come to throw their luggage, their karma, and so mean sometimes. Achar Baba used to sit there and people used to come and try to make him eat that food because there was this uh, thing spread out that Achar Baba eats the karma. तो लेके आओ, बिरयानी लेके आओ, वो लेके आओ, पकवान लेके आओ. Because they know their energy, their karma is in that. And this avduta will eat and they will be rid of it. वो अवधूत का क्या होगा? Who cares, damn it. हम तो भक्त है, परम भक्त. लानत है ऐसी भक्ति पे. मैं थोड़ा बह गया. अलेक्जेंडर के पास Alexander comes near this guru and tries to do all those things, but he doesn't get it. Finally, वो जाने दो. Anyways, finally he tries to trick his disciple, take him, and this, that, and all happens. And finally, uh, he comes near this guru. He's understood. ये guru हिलने वाला नहीं. जंगल से he wanted to bring him to his empire, and guru said, "I'll not come." अरे वो लंगोट में he's living in his bliss there in that forest. Why will he come and live in your concrete forest? In your palace, because this ignorant fools think that their mahal and their power and their influence is everything, and they are trying to lure this being there. It is like Janaka and Ashtavakra. Ashtavakra is a Vairagi completely. He's renounced everything. Renounced means it is not in his being. It doesn't come to him. He is in that state of freeness, avaduta. But Janak is the right disciple. Disciple हो तो और जनक जैसा परिपक्व. Being a completely worldly man, being in politics, is a king, head of politics. Still, the sadhaka in him is fully awakened. Full. That is why when he goes to Ashtavakra, he wants only one thing madly, Brahmagyan. He wants to realize himself because he is a very elevated soul. In previous janmas, he was a great tapasvi and all that. So that is why this janma, because of his good karmas, he got the Raj Bhog also. That is why he became a Raja. But the pravritti, the nature, attributes of a vairagi, of a saint is there in him. वो जागृत हो गया, वो अष्टवक्र के पास जाके he takes that. See, there also the test is there. Ashtavakra tests him very much. That is how Brahma Jnana should be given. In today's world, it is given to anybody. पैसा फेंको, तमाशा देखो. Those days, Brahma Jnana is so selective. Why? Because those days, the one who was taken and given Brahma Jnana, it is कि समझ लो हो गई काम. 100% result oriented. Because that attributes are so ripe, it has to become. Those days, nobody brought disciples and they said, okay, let me rinse you in surf or Nirma or Excel. Let me bathe you. Sit here, be with me. Let me purify you. Let me listen to all your crying and mumbling and fretting and fuming. You cry and weep, and my compassion will come to you. And you sit there like a lazy person, not doing anything, sin only crying and weeping and fretting and fuming, and emotionally trying to blackmail the guru all the time. Somewhere, because These beings are very cunning. They know the Guru is a compassionate being. So you want to now exploit that poor guy. I've seen this happen. You want to exploit that. See the subconscious attribute. So they'll go and cry, they'll do this and that. And Karunamai, Guru, they'll fall for it immediately. This and all was not there before. Want ब्रह्म ज्ञान 12 साल काम करो आश्रम में 12 years basically, and after that we will check. Not वो भी गारंटी नहीं. टॉयलेट दो, ये दो, सब whatever is there, everything you have to do, bring wood, cook food, do all the kind of services. 12 years. यहाँ 12 दिन रुकते नहीं है. कितना दिन का है भैया रिट्रीट? 9 दिन. 9 days क्या बात कर रहे हो? As though 9 lives or 9 months they are going to. एंड उधर भी कुछ होता नहीं है. ऐसा नहीं कि कोई बड़ा ब्रह्म ज्ञान होता उधर. बट सब इसमें चाहिए. एनीथिंग पॉसिबल भैया इन 9 hours. And 9 hours also in installment. Give the recording. Every day 1 hour. This is today's attitude for approach. And there they're talking about 12 years. You have to do this. In that, what happens? Ego ragadta hai. The ego will get cleansed. And a person will take responsibility every day. Do tapas, sadhana, this, that, seva. And slowly do all the japas and yagyas and slowly get purified. By the time 12 years is nearing, this person has become pure, humble, settled, cleansed. And that is the time to be Brahmagyana to be given. Easily it will affect. So Ashtavakra was that way. He tested Raja Janak many times. Though Raja Janak was mad behind him. He said it is not so easy. First, why he got attracted Raja Janak? Because Ashtavakra simply said, Brahmagyana, if listened, it can give self-realization like this. Before you climb on the horse, you put one leg on the saddle. Before the other leg touches the other side, you can get self-realized. And that attracts Janaka. He says, I want it now. Give it. And then he's chasing Ashtavakra many times. And Ashtavakra says, it's not so easy. Huh? Come on, you only told it can happen like this. It can happen. But what Ashtavakra is trying to say, the right frame of mind. Whoever has the right frame of mind, for them it is in a second, instant realization can dawn upon. It doesn't mean anybody can do that. So Ashtavakra is checking Janaka, is he in that state? So many times he does. One time he's sitting in the throne, on the throne, and he comes and converses. That same story where he comes and people are laughing on him, and the chamdi, and he says, he also starts laughing. And everybody is like shut down because why they're laughing at him? He's bent at 8 different places, Ashtavakra. And he's coming to give a great solution to the king who nobody could answer. So they laugh on it. So he also starts laughing. They all stop. Why are you laughing? I'm laughing because you're laughing. Because I thought this whole darbar, this royal court is full of wise men. They are the most foolish men because all they can see is leather. Chambar se upar nahi hai. They are not better than cobblers. Why? Because they are looking at my skin and laughing. So, whose attention is on the skin, leather, can be only a cobbler because a cobbler always looks at the feet of people, shoes only. Nazar shoes pe rehta hai. See? Anyway, that time Janaka knows this. This is the man I was seeking now. Now you give me Brahmagyan. So there also he checks and he says, Brahmagyana cannot be given that way. You are sitting on a throne. means symbolism of worldliness. भूत सवार है तुम पे संसार का. Brahma Gyan cannot be given to you. You're still in the world, stuck fully in the world. Now, the moment Janaka hears that, he gets up and comes down and takes Ashtavakra and makes him seated on the throne. Yellow. What is that symbolism? Here, I can give it up. Like this. Not that Janaka is telling, oh, he told something. Let me ponder over it next night. Okay, I'll get back to you tomorrow morning. The moment he says that, he gets up there and he comes down and he makes him seated and he sits down. These are all symbolism of readiness. So this is how, after many tests, Janaka was given the Brahma Gyan. His readiness to give up the world, give up body consciousness. So that way, Ashtavakra, the Alexander's guru also, he is that kind of a guru. He will not come to the empire. So his soldiers threaten him. Alexander the Great is calling. If you don't come, you don't know what will happen. He says, what are you going to do? Kill? Kill them. Because whom are you going to kill? I can never die. So that impresses Alexander like anything. Who is this? Who's not scared of death? And then he knows he is a great guru. Then he falls, he only comes and surrenders and things like that. And the guru asks, what do you want exactly? Why are you doing all this? What is all this whole drama about? And finally, Alexander says, it is for what you have got. What have I got? Immortality. I want that. And the guru also is very understanding. They know they have to be taught lessons. So he doesn't argue that. He said, that's all? Yes. Oh, I got immortality because I drank water from this stream in somewhere in the Himalayas. Oh, yeah, where is it? He gives him the address. So Alexander thanks him so much because he's going to become immortal, and he takes his army and goes there to that spot. But before reaching, he will make all the army stay back. His commander in chief, every you stay here, I'll go and come. See the cunningness? Only I should become immortal. They stay and he goes. And then when he goes to see the stream and when he's going to drink that water fully excited, a crow is shouting from there, don't drink, don't drink. That is Kaka Bushundi. He's a sage. And he thinks how this crow is screeching. He tries to drink. Again it shouts, don't drink, Pinani. Then he says, how are you talking? How can you talk? He says, that's okay, but you don't drink this. He says, why but? And then this crow says, I had drunk it once and I became immortal. I was a crow, मैं कौवा था और फिर मैंने एक बार पानी पिया यहाँ पे उसके बाद मैं अमर हो गया and I don't have no death. So that's great, Alexander thinks. He says, खाक great. I'm suffering like anything. Eons have passed, yugas have passed. I'm not dying. I had a family that time. They all died one by one. And the grief, itana dard. They went, another family came, another friends came, another circle, another group of people, another communities. They came, went, came, went. Every time somebody came, I rejoiced. Every time they went, I was sad. And every time I'm having this pain of separation as a duality. I'm stuck in duality. And then I'm fed up of it. So being totally fed up, I try to kill myself, but I can't die because I'm Amar. This is what give me immortality. That time, Alexander realizes the whole thing. That is how the Guru Tattva teaches. And after that episode, Alexander was a transformed person. He was otherwise a very calculative and power mean person. He wanted to conquer the whole world. Only India reh gaya tha. That is how he came here and he learned a good lesson. After that, he changed. After that, he lost his whole zeal and then he fell sick and he died. So, the whole thing about immortality is that if anybody gets immortal, You will be fed up of it. Anything that is one sided and doesn't have duality will not give you. That's what we are trying to understand today when Ramakrishna is talking about duality, the Leela. It is because of the dual nature. The whole sport is going on, the whole play of consciousness is going. If one was there, what is there? See, you are Amar, you are immortal. What is there? Because there is no death. There will be no life actually. And I'm telling you, it will be such a boring thing. You just imagine you're alive forever and you have to go through this nonsense. How long are you going to go with it? You can't rest. Think about it. You want to have a deep rest. You can't die. You're just there. And you know tomorrow again you'll have to wake up to the same nonsense. Imagine 1,000 years passed and you're still here. So it's not real when you have those kind of ideas कि अमर बनना है, immortal बनना है, थोड़ा ये करे, थोड़ा वो करे. I tell this often that if you are going out for a trip, that trip is beautiful because you know you're coming back wherever you travel. Now you imagine you have 1 week holiday and you're very excited. You have booked your tickets to go to some place, you and your friends or family or whatever, and you're looking forward to it. Now that whole excitement, if you think very deeply, is because you know you have only 1 week. So that 1 week you want to live fully because you know that 1 week is going to an end. Because there is the ending, there is this thrill to go there. Now you imagine you are all thrilled to go, and let's say you get a message that don't come back. 7 years you are granted leave there. 7 years, don't come back. What will happen? The whole trip will change. The whole mood will change. Somebody asked me about Arunachala. आप है क्या जिसने पूछा था? Here, here. So you had asked once that if I go to Arunachala and if I meditate in the caves, I feel so beautiful. इतना मस्त लगता है. मन ही नहीं करता बाहर निकलने का केव से. You don't feel like coming out of the caves. You want to be there. And I said that is because you know you have a 1 day holiday, 2 day holiday. Suppose you are given the option, okay, suppose God appears there and tells you, oh, you are not feeling like going out from here? Okay, I bless you to be here forever. Imagine what will happen. That same desire, which is so godly and divine, now will become an evil thing for you. What do you mean? Forever here? So the thrill, even in spirituality, to go into these kind of things also, is there because it is a thrill of duality. I am tired back in the world. I want to have some fresh time. I am too boggled here. Let me go and sit in the retreat and escape for 9 days of my life. I'll escape so that I'll escape and become peaceful and calm so that I can come and do the same nonsense once and again. I repeat the same nonsense again so that next year I can come here 9 days and do the same thing. So there is fun in even in spirituality. This whole fun is because of the temporary nature of duality. If duality was not there, there is no game. And that's what Ramakrishna is trying to explain. That is his play. Why did God create and all these things? That's his play. The glory of light cannot be appreciated without darkness. Happiness cannot be understood without misery. Knowledge of good is possible only because of knowledge of evil. Further, the mango grows and ripens on the account of the covering skin. आम जब पकता है तो चमड़ी से पता चल जाता है उसका. You throw away the skin when the mango is fully ripe and ready to be eaten. अब उसके बाहर की चमड़ी को जो है वो फेंक देते हो, और अंदर का आम जो है वो खाते हो जब पक जाता है तब। इट इज पॉसिबल फॉर अ मैन टू अटेन ग्रेजुअली टू द नॉलेज ऑफ ब्राह्मण बिकॉज ऑफ द कवरिंग स्किन ऑफ माया। देखो, वो स्किन को वो माया बोल रहे हैं। ऊपर जो स्किन होता है मैंगो का, वो माया के वजह से अंदर का जो नॉलेज है जो पकता है, यू आर एबल टू relish एंड ईट इट बिकॉज द होल क्रेडिट गोज टू द स्किन। लेकिन वही स्किन को आप फेंक देते हो। when you are about to eat the mango, you don't eat the skin. How much value is there for the skin? No value. You don't even think a second thing, you just throw it and you devour the mango. But the whole credit for the mango to become ripe is because of the skin. How beautiful example this is. So what he is trying to say is, it is possible for man to attain gradually the knowledge of Brahman because of the covering skin of Maya. तो वो हमारे ही बारे में बात कर रहे हैं। We are able to gradually learn about ourselves only because we are non-self. Because we are in ignorance, we have pain, we seek the pleasure of the self. So in this whole process of life, जितना समय लगता है, slowly we gradually we ripen. The more pains, hardship we take, we turn inward again and again. Without hardship, we will never turn inward. Simple. Tirobhava nature. What is there? Anugrah Shakti. So it is a compliment. Maya, in its aspect of Vidya and Avidya, may be likened to the skin of the mango. तो विद्या और अविद्या यही एग्जाम्पल बता रहे हैं उसका। अविद्या है उसलिए विद्या है। आम की चमड़ी है इसके लिए भीतर का आम पकता है। बिकॉज देर इज इग्नोरेंस ऑफ द स्किन, यू हैव द नॉलेज ऑफ और द बेनिफिट ऑफ द पल्प। बोथ आर नेसेसरी, ही सेज, दोनों की आवश्यकता है। Okay, we have 15 minutes. I'll finish off this. How does one cultivate the spirit of dispassion? Why don't all attain it? Dispassion मतलब वैराग्य, compassion, dispassion. Why does, how does one, कैसे इसको cultivate किया जाए वैराग्य को, और सबको क्यों नहीं इसकी प्राप्ति होती है? And Ramakrishna says, dispassion is not possible unless there is satiety through enjoyment. वैराग्य तब तक मुमकिन नहीं है जब तक आप भोग पूर्ण नहीं करते हैं। भोग की जो तृप्ति है वो पूर्ण नहीं है। एंजॉयमेंट, एंजॉयमेंट है तभी तो वैराग्य है। अगेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द डुअल नेचर। व्हाई विल somebody want to withdraw from the world? Because when you go to experience this world, you have different experiences, whatever that experience, good or bad. Good means you go and experience and you are like fed up. You go and have a desire fulfilled and you are so content with it, like you get fed up, bored of it. Now you want to give it up. If you don't have wealth and you get wealth, in the start you'll enjoy it. After some time, you're done with it. You want to relish some good food. You're crazy for it. You eat every day. You are given that dish, you'll get fed up. You are deeply in love with somebody and you want to experience the whole unity with that person. In the starting, good. After some time, you'll get fed up. So this vairagya, dispassion will not come until there is satiety through enjoyment. That is what we are talking about, bhog. You can easily cajole a small child with candies or toys. But after eating the candies and finishing its play, it cries, I want to go to my mother. You can easily cajole a small child with candies and toys. आप एक बच्चे को खिलौनों से फुसला सकते हैं या स्वीट से। You can give all these sweets and खिलौना and all these things and उसको फुसला के रख सकते हैं. You can keep it distracted. The child is us only. We get sweets. Where you'll forget your mother. The child has a mother. वो माँ को कुछ क्षण के लिए भूल जाता है। क्यों भूलते हैं? क्योंकि उसके लिए खिलौने बहुत है उसके पास, lot of toys. or some sweets are there to eat. It is now entertained and stimulated in the world, so it does not remember its mother. उसको अपने माँ का ही पता नहीं है. Enjoying. But after eating the candies and finishing its play, it cries, I want to go to my mother. लेकिन खेलने के बाद या फिर वो तृप्त होने के बाद, and when it's fed up with the games, it remembers suddenly its mother child, and then it starts crying, I want my mother, I want to go to my mother. Unless you take the child to its mother, it will throw away the toy and scream at the top of its voice. Now, no amount of toys can help it. No amount of sweets can help. Till a certain point, it has helped. कुछ देर तक चला. अब एक बार उसको याद आ गया मदर, और वो चीखने चिल्लाने लग गया. अब कुछ भी दो, वो फेंकेगा तोड़ेगा खिलौना, और वो चीखेगा चिल्लाएगा, I want to go to my mother. It will keep screaming. So what is this about? Us. Ramakrishna is talking about us only. When he says mother, it is we only, the divine mother, Kali. We have forgotten that mother. Why? Lot of toys in hand right now. Lot of sweets. So we are busy. But just in the day we remember the mother, and याद आना शुरू हो जाएगा. तब no amount of खिलौना, no amount of cajoling by this world will help. That will only intensify. You can see a child. शुरुआत में you can distract it. It's calling for the mother. And then say, give और एक खिलौना दे दो. Hey, this is a new one. Look at this, or take a new sweet. It it might stop crying for a while and look at that, play with it. But कितना देर? कुछ देर बाद फिर उसको याद आएगा. It will throw that also. It is talk. Ramakrishna is giving this beautiful example from our point of view only. You might remember the mother, again you might forget. Go back into the world, again be distracted for then again that pangs. That is Tirobhava nature. Tirobhava is that nature where by Anugrah Shakti, you start remembering who I am. I am Shiva. You want to know, and until you know yourself completely, you will not rest. And that gradually keep on increasing. After that, once एक बार pick up pakda, then anything is given. This seeker will not stop. Never compromise on anything like it until it gets it. It's going to completely go and chase and find it. And that's the seeker's state of consciousness. That's Ramakrishna state, you can say. धीरे धीरे करके. Now, other than the mother, he wants nothing. This whole gospel of Ramakrishna, if you read, अगर पूरा पढ़ेंगे, he is only yearning for the mother. We complained about the world. In this is there, that is there, this is not there, ये नहीं है हमारे पास, वो नहीं है. He is having only one complaint, I don't have the mother. We are saying, I don't have health, I don't have wealth, I don't have that, I don't have this. So the whole scenario changes. What was the question? The question was about Vairagya. Why everybody cannot attain it? And how can one cultivate this kind of dispassion? Finally, he asks, is spiritual knowledge impossible without a guru? गुरु के बिना ब्रह्म ज्ञान नहीं हो सकता. And Ramakrishna says, Sachidananda alone is the guru. सच्चिदानंद की जो स्थिति है, यही गुरु है. If a man in the form of a guru awakens spiritual consciousness in you, then know for certain that it is God the Absolute who has assumed that human form for your sake. अगर कोई इंसान गुरु के रूप में आपकी चेतना को जगाता है, तो निश्चिंतता से ये जान लीजिए कि परमात्मा ही उस रूप को लेके आपके लिए आपके पास आया है. The Guru is like a companion who leads you by the hand. Guru एक कंपेनियन जैसा है जो हाथ पकड़ के चलता है। लेकिन आफ्टर रियलाइजिंग गॉड, वन loses द डिस्टिंक्शन बिटवीन गुरु एंड डिसाइपल। एक बार आपने परमात्मा की प्राप्ति कर ली है, आत्म साक्षात्कार, उसके बाद ये डिस्टिंक्शन, ये भेद जो है गुरु शिष्य, ये मिट जाता है। देर इज एब्सोल्युटली no distinction after that. The relation between them remains as long as the disciple does not see God. ये गुरु शिष्य का जो शारीरिक संबंध है, ये तब तक रहता है जब तक उसने आत्म साक्षात्कार नहीं किया, या फिर जब तक उसने परमात्मा की प्राप्ति नहीं की। Till then, this will remain. So this is another beautiful explanation of the Guru Shishya thing also, where Ramakrishna is telling, okay, Satchidananda alone is the Guru. Who's the real Guru? That is what we are trying to understand from all angle. Arunachala Tattva में क्या बोलते हैं? Inner Guru is everything. Inner Guru is Satchidananda, the blissful I amness. Sat Chit, I plus am, I amness. उसको ही सच्चिदानंद कहते हैं, isn't it? So he starts with that. Then he says about the physical. In case you have a physical guru who has walked into your life and activated your spiritual consciousness in you, then treat that as God only. Not that person as God, but treat that God only is trying to reach you through someone. And that we have understood in Shiva Sutras. The Shakti Pata happens through any mediums. Shiva will reach you this way, that way, any way. There is no one way. You cannot say ऐसा ही होगा, इधर से ही होगा। नीदर कैन एनीबडी से मुझसे ही होगा, गलत है। नो गुरु कैन और इवन शुड से कि मुझसे ही होगा तुम्हारा कल्याण होगा, तो देन ही इज ग्रेटर देन शिव, बिकॉज शिवा एग्जिस्ट इन एवरी फॉर्म। whatever is needed for the seeker, shaktipat keeps on happening through any form, not even a human form। जानवर से भी हो सकता है, even through an animal। अवधूत गीता, Avadhuta Tattva, which is there, 24 gurus, they're all different gurus. So they are all God only coming to you in 24 forms. That is what Ramakrishna is trying to explain. But after realizing God, वो भेद ही मिट जाता है। There is no distinction between guru and disciple. Relationship between them remains as long as the disciple does not see God. जब तक परमात्मा की प्राप्ति नहीं होती है, तब तक ये भेद रहेगा, तब तक वो गुरु को, वो शारीरिक, या दैट नेम guru, my shishya, all those things will be there till the realization is not there. Any questions on today's session? How do you have more? How do you have the knowledge to expand more from what you read? Is it research, further reading, or you meditative on what you read? If meditation, then do you ask for clarification of what you read and meditate on it to get an answer? All these things will never come through the mind. You can sit day and night contemplating, calculating, analyzing, reasoning. It is not going to happen, because all these are shortcuts. All these are simply trying to reach to that point in some way. It's all like, is there any secret? Is there any hack? Is there any method? Is there something? I am telling repeatedly, this attitude should die. We are reading so many things. We are understanding the whole tattva. Where is the hurry? Why is the hurry? Why can't we work our life out? What are we trying to escape? Why are we trying to reach there? How is that possible? What else should I do? Give me some more tips. The more you become impatient, One impatience is you are craving for God realization. And that true God seeking is unconditional. It doesn't come with all these kind. It's just a mad love, like Ramakrishna. It is not thinking, oh mother, I want to reach you. What should I do to please you? Should I go and do seva? Should I go and help this one? Should I do more meditation? Should I sit and do extra pujas for you today? Is Ramakrishna's love that way? He cares a damn. He has only one yearning, you and you. That's it. And that yearning means what? He is ready to go through anything. You read the life of Ramakrishna, he is ready to go through any suffering. That is called true yearning. Our yearning is we want to avoid suffering and get realization. And I am repeating that is escapism. However, you want to realize it, you will realize. We cannot be cunning, we cannot play with this thing. You play any amount of ringa ringa roses, I will catch and tell the same thing only until you want to listen to it. You cannot twist words. You cannot ask the same questions in many decorative ways. I will be catching that and bringing the same thing again and again back there. These questions look very innocent, they look very spiritually decorative. They are not. I smell escapism in it. What is there at hand, what you receive by the grace of God, learn to work through it. If you are given an opportunity to work through it, work through it. If you're meant to suffer, suffer. That's what I said in yesterday's session. What did I say in yesterday's session? When somebody said, oh, I'm doing all these things, cord cutting, protection, my things, but still my mind is getting affected. Let it get affected. Who told you it should not get affected? Then what are we trying to say? One, two methods we do, and then we are free of karma? Karma will chase you. Karma is not, you are not going to exempt, and I'm telling you, anything, anybody who feels that you come to this platform and everything is going to be just blissful, I'm telling you, day one only, it will not happen. I'm just telling, whatever has to come and go will keep coming and go, but your perception level will change. Your effect, the way you get affected by it will change. You will rise more and become free, provided you learn that this life is meant to give you the good and bad because you deserve it. We all deserve it. So we have to go through these processes and at the same time do what needs to be done. So there is no question of shortcuts. The whole attitude, again, I have told this two times before. You're deaf, you don't want to listen. But I'll make you listen. I'll screech the same truths in you. Again and again, you will keep asking the same thing. How to avoid suffering is one question that you're asking in thousand decorative ways. And I'm telling you, you cannot avoid it. Either face it or continue searching for gurus or paths that can give you an escapism. When people do that, I know people are all busy searching that. So sometimes when people from other paths come here thinking that there something is not working, maybe here I tell them this truth. Here I'm just telling you how life is. And again, yesterday's session also I told, look at all the masters. When these great masters have been through suffering, what makes us think that we can escape it? Which angle? Why do we have this kind of a thought only? Why do we want to this expand more? By reading more, meditating more, by doing worship more. So you are doing more to get more. See the whole transaction. The question is, should I meditate more? Or should I read more further? Or with meditativeness on what I read, should I do that more? What is the desperation? Be very natural, the processes. The more you struggle with this, the more you'll suffer in your mind, because there that impatience is there and that complaint is there. So I get all these kind of complaints only. There are only one or two people in this whole group who will simply keep on chatting long messages, despite me telling, don't send me your love stories. I don't want to hear them. But you can't give up those stories. You're so fascinated by them. As though by telling two new stories, you are going to get some new remedies. It's not going to happen. You are simply not settled with जो जैसा हाल है वैसा मैं खुश हूँ और हाल में खुश. And I'm trying to give you that information. जिस विधि राखे उस विधि रहिए is the main theme. However I am kept, I don't care. Ramakrishna never cared. Ramana never cared. Do these people complain? Did Ramana say, why are you keeping me without AC in this hot burning rocks? Why the hell did you bring me here? You could have put me in some place at least, somewhere where there is water and some shade at least. Do these people have even time to complain? Why they don't have time? Because their vision on what they want is that it is. And they are saying, anything, it's okay. I'm ready to pay a price. The day our attitude becomes that, you will get it easily. You will get it very easily. Until the moment you want to remove suffering from your life and bring only comfortableness here, then go to glamour spirituality, you will get comfort there. Here you will be very uncomfortable. My words will be very harsh. The truths will be very harsh. The realities will be very harsh. You cannot bear with it. So comfortable, not this path. This path is all about जिस विधि राखे उस विधि रहिए हर हाल में खुश जो शिवाज्ञा. We are here, no complaints. We are simply saying, whichever state, today I put that post right, wherever you are, in whichever stage life keeps you, bloom. Khatam, baat hi khatam. What does that mean? Oh, I have a lot of cracks here. How can I flow? You see that flower is growing in that cracks only. And you go to fertile lands, their flowers will be like this. It is not about your environment, it is about you. If the flower is aware and illumined, it will simply bloom wherever it is like a lotus. Or if it is a complaining flower, even you give it a bed of roses, you give it the best of gardens with the best of gardener, it will still be like this. So that's what we have to understand. Strengthen this awareness to face anything, whatever comes, however it comes. Take everything in the stride. And when it comes, know that it will also pass. Everything will pass. I don't want to tell that now also, because the moment I say everything will pass, then that's a new assurance of escapism. Oh, that's a nice mantra. If anything comes, I'll escape it. It's just the attitude, guys. Okay, one small something is there here. Avidya comes from our incomplete vibrations or ego. Yeah. The more ego means that only. The more, what is ego? Ego simply means I am not making an effort to become aware and conscious. I love this personality. I love to live in this idea of I am this body, this husband, wife, brother, sister, father, mother. I love this. I am not making an ounce of attempt, and I know we don't make that attempt. All day we will sit with this identity, and in the end of the day, we will want to read spiritual scriptures, we will want to meditate as this identity. And I'm telling you, you are not going anywhere with that. The effort has to shift from inside. Inside, you have to keep shifting. I am not this. That has to break. So avidya is that only. This, and see how difficult it is to give up this idea. So difficult it is. It doesn't come in our head also. So the effort should come there again and again. Shift into awareness internally. Okay, it's time anyways. One more thing, while practicing body awareness, I'm able to become aware of other parts, but it's hard to become aware of the spinal cord. Goli maro spinal cord. Where you're aware, just become aware of that. That's all. As you practice deepening awareness, you'll be able to become aware of anything in your body. Some people When they are becoming aware, they can become aware of their head or tail or whatever. But they say, I can't feel my chest only. Anytime I can go to any places, but this I can't. Some people say, I cannot feel my pelvis. Those are all blockages in your chakras. Whichever chakra has got blockages, you will not feel that sensation because you're not able to palpate. And that is what we are doing. For that, you have to keep practicing again and again. Practice and enhance the other aspects of your body wherever you are able to. The other, when that becomes more powerful, then slowly you will be able to become aware of all the other areas also where you're not aware. Eventually, the whole idea is to be aware of the whole body. So, nothing to worry if a certain part of your body is not, you're not becoming aware. It is only because of this. So, some blockage is there. If you use the light methods that I have told in many webinars, illumination of that, and it will keep on destroying. And the whole illumination and feeling will start coming there. Okay. So, we'll end this with a short prayer. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May we all be blessed. May we all evolve. May we all be free. Arunachal Shiva.